Now configuring sharing in Windows Server 2016. It is called NAS. NAS means network attached storage. And network attached storage, that means we share the storage, or we share the file level storage. We share the files from the Windows Server 2016. Now first we have SMB here. SMB means it's a protocol. It is called server message block. So what is SMB? It is a file sharing protocol that Windows client and server operating system uses. And the full of this SMB is server message block. Now each new version has additional features of this, like SMB version 3.0 introduces the large performance benefits, and SMB version 3.20.2 added what? Scale out file server and removable SMB 1.x version. So in this, like 3.0.2, we have option to scale out the file server, that we can configure the file server to scale out. We have option to remove the 1.0 version support. Then SMB 3.1.2 added pre-authentication integrity, SMB encryption improvements, and cluster dialect fencing also. It is related to the security for the share. Now pre-authentication integrity, that means before authentication it will check the integrity of the client. SMB encryptions are also improved in this version, and cluster dialect fencing is also available. It is available for the clustering. When we configure the cluster, so it available this it will do the fencing for the dialect. It will do the dialect fencing for the data also. Now configuring the SMB share. SMB share we configure. There are 3 SMB share profiles available: quick, advanced, and application. Now we can configure it from the server manager, and also we can configure it from the PowerShell. In the PowerShell we have these commands to configure. We have the new PowerShell commands like new SMB share to create new, set SMB share to configure it, edit it, remove to remove it, get SMB share to get the information, get SMB session to get the session information, SMB open file to check the open files, SMB bandwidth limit to check the bandwidth limit of the SMB share. Now when we configure the SMB share, we have these 3 options to configure. Now quick means it is a simple SMB share. Simple SMB share, that is like a sharing from Windows or any client. We can configure this from any Windows machine. We configure normal shares. Normal shares we configure with this quick option. Advanced share has some advanced option available. Now this advanced option we can only have when we install some extra features, some other configurations also, some other roles also, and this is only available in servers. Then application share, that means we can share the directory, we can share the folder with the SMB protocol for some specific applications. Now how we can configure it? So we can configure it from the server manager. Now let's see how we can share this from server manager. Okay, this is a server here. So if I want to share the directory from here or any Windows machine, we have normal option to share is that we go to the directory directly. We go to the directory directly to the directory and right click on the directory and go to the properties of the directory and sharing, and this is the normal quick share option where we can select the users from here. We can add the users, we can give the permission to the users, like what the permission it wants, read, write, read or read write, or we can remove the user. This is the normal sharing, and this is advanced where we can check, we can change the sharing name, we can change the concurrent connections, simultaneous connections, how many connection it supports. We can change the permissions also. We can add users and we can give permission to those users also. Now this is also a simple and quick share. Now same thing we will do it from the server manager, and it is called SMB share. So I will go to server here, server manager, and here I will go to file and storage services. Now under the file and storage services, we have option to check the server, we have option to check the volumes, available volumes. These are the volumes we have available, and these volumes are created under these disks. And if there is any share folder available, then it will show here. And there is a share folder available under the C drive. So when I select C drive, it shows me these share folders are there. These two share folders are already there. This is the default share when we configure Windows Active Directory. Now here we see the disk option. This is the disk option, and here we will see shares. Under this share tab, we see all the share folders. Right now we have these two share folders available. When I select this net logon, it says that it is created under the C drive. This is the capacity, this is the available capacity, and there is no quota available here. Then this folder is also saved. Now I want to create a new share here. So what I will do, I will click on the task, and under the task I have option to select new share. Now when I select new share, it opens this wizard. Now under this wizard we have these three options. So it is talking about these three options: SMB share, we have quick, advanced, and application. Now when I select quick, so it is suitable for the general file sharing, and advanced option can be configured later by using the property dialog box. So the advanced features we can add after creating this normal share. Now when I select advanced, now it says this is the set folder owners for access denied assistance. It can use to configure the default classification of data in the folder for management and access policies, and also we can enable the quota. That means when we create this advanced SMB share, then what we get these extra features with that. We can configure the access denied assistance, we can configure the default classification. That means we can configure that what files can be stored into this folder, like video files, images files, exe files, and we can deny some of the files which we don't want that users should store this in this share. For example, when we share the data, when we share the folder, so users use that share folder and do what? They store movies into it, and the movies do what? It fill up the disk space of the server. So if the administrator don't want that user should store the movies or music files, so we can configure the advanced configuration, we can configure the classification, and we can stop the users to store those movie files and images, movies files, song files, and all that. And even we can assign the quota also. Quota, that means when we share this folder or any folder, so every user can get access of the full space. Now if suppose one user is using the whole space and the other users is not using or not able to use, because the one user is filling up the whole size, then we can use this quota option to give the quota to each and every users. We can configure quota for every user, that this user can get this much space, this user can get this much space. Now with all these options we can configure with this advanced option. But when I select the advanced option, it shows here that the selected profile is not available because there are no servers being managed that have a file server resource management. So for using this advanced option, we have to install the role which is called file server resource manager role. So first, if we want to use this advanced SMB share, then we have to install this file server resource manager role into this server, and then we can use this advanced feature. Right now it is not available, and we can say there is no option to create or go next. Then application we can create. Now this profile creates an SMB file share with setting appropriate for Hyper-V or certain database and other server applications. Like if we want to create a share, if we want to create a virtual machine and want to store the virtual machine's Hyper-V virtual machine data into a share folder, then we can use this application share. So we can create the application share and we can give this share to the servers, the different servers or Hyper-V servers, and those servers can store the data of the virtual machine into this share folder. This we can create directly, we does not require anything else for this. Also these folders can be useful for storing the certain database files and some other applications also. So this is basically for the applications, like we can use this share folder to store the application data. Now we will create normal share here. Advanced we can't create because the resource manager tool role is not installed. So I'll go with the quick and say next. So where I'm creating it on this server 1, where it is going to create under C drive. Now if you have already created the share folder, then you can select the folder from here if you have already created the folder, or if you select this on this drive, then it is going to create a share folder. Name of the folder will be shares, and under that folder it will create our share folder, which is under C drive. So next, so my share folder name will be my share 1, and it is going to create under C drive, and under the C drive it is going to create this folder named shares, and under that it is going to create this share folder. And if I want to access the share folder, then this is the path we can use from the remote. This is a remote path to the share, that is 2 backslashes, then server name, and then slash the folder name. We can add some description if I want. Then I will go next, and then here we have these options available, these extra options we have. By default it is saying allow caching of shares, that means the share folder can be cached, and for that we have to configure this branch cache option. Now this option is also we have to install it and use it. This is available as a feature. So if suppose any client want to access this, want to cache this, then it has to use this feature first. Now it is allowed by the server, so we can allow it from here, and also we can change this option after creating also. Then we can enable access based enumeration also. Access based enumeration is that option to provide the share only to that users who has who has at least read permission. If suppose I have not given any user 1, for example user 1, I have not given any permission, then that user will not be able to see any folder, this folder, like it will not show to that folder, it will not show that to that user, because the user is not having a read permission, at least read. So to see the folder, to see the share folder, it must have at least read permission. If the user does not have read permission, then they will not be able to see the share. This is the option, and if you enable it, it will get that. And right now we can do this, we can configure this after creating also. Then we have option to encrypt the data access also, like we can encrypt the data from server to client and client to server. Right now I'm going for only the default option. Next, and here we can decide the security permissions. This is the default permissions we have, like the creator owner is having the full control. Creator is right now administrator. Then the users group will have only the read permission. The users group for this folder and folder subfolders and folders and subfolders and files, this users group will have read and execute permission. Totally it is having only read permission. Then the administrators group will have full control, and system group is also having a full control. If we want to change the permission, we can go to customize, and we can use here, we can change the permissions, we can add or remove permissions from here. We can add the permission, or we can remove some permission if you want. We can disable the inheritance, we can add users to allow the user or remove the user. I will not change any, I will go by the default. So this is what I selected, and now I can create the share, and now it is created, and this is the one which I created from here. Now very simple, if user wants to access this, so user will access the share folder like they used to access the normal share folders. So let's check it from the client side. Now this is server 2. To access the share, in server 2 what we do, we can go to start run, and we give 2 backslashes, and then we will give the server name, and when we press enter, now we can see these share folders available. sysvol net logon was already there and we created this one. Now if we want, then we can create new files here. This is from server 2 and this is what the share folder, and is created under the server 1. So when we go to the server 1, so this is the share folder, and actually the folder is located under C drive, and under C drive this is the share folders, and this is the share folder we have created, and the file which is created by server 2. And if you want to change anything, we can right click here, we can do stop the sharing, we can open the shares, or we can do go to the properties and we can change options, we can add description, we can change permissions here. We can also add these security settings also. So this is how we can create the SMB share from server manager. Then we can create it from the PowerShell also. For creating it from the PowerShell, we can just run the command new SMB share with the option name and the actual path. Then we can grant the access permission also. Whatever the account name we want, we can mention the account name, like for example it is giving to everyone and giving the access right to full. And to get SMB shares, we can check by using this get SMB share permission. We can check get SMB shares to see what are the share folders available. So I will create one from PowerShell also. So I will open the PowerShell. Run as administrator. Okay, here I will run get SMB share to see what are the share folders available. So it shows that these are the share folders available we have. Now if we want to create the new one, so what I will do, I will give command new SMB share name. That means it will be the sharing name for the folder. So I will create the name of VHD. Then I will mention the path where the actual folder is located. So this is the actual folder we want to share, and then I will provide we can provide the description if we like, or we can go for other options we can enable, or we can mention the account which we want to give access. Now I will use pipe here to use the next command, which is to grant the permission. SMB share access to the account name. So for example, I will go for everyone, and then I will go for the access right to full control. I'm giving everyone the full control here. So this is actually two commands. This new SMB share command is to create the share, and then the next command I am joining with the pipe. This pipe is used to join two commands. So after the first command, it will run this second command which provide the access to this which configure the access to this share, and it says grant assembly share access to this account everyone to full, and then I will press enter. It says do you want to create, I'll say yes, and now it says that this folder is created. We can verify by running the command get assembly share, and we can see this share we have created, and also we can check the access permissions. Get assembly share access for this share name is VHD. And we can see that it is showing that the everyone is allowed to have full rights. And if suppose someone is open the folder, we can see those also. Let's go to the client and access the folder. Now as we see here on this server, on this server 2, it is open this server, it is accessing the share folders, and it is open this folder and open this file. Now we can verify it from the server. From here we can check get assembly session command. So it shows that there is a session running on. This client is accessing the share which using this administrator account, and the number of open files is 2 files. That means one is the folder and second one is the file. We can check the get assembly open file command, and it shows that what are the files open there. So it is showing that these files are open there. So this is how we can do what we can create the assembly share, and we can create from server manager, we can create from PowerShell, and also we can see that how it can be accessed and how we can see, and also we can see from the PowerShell that who is accessing the share.